play. Yes. Please. Please. Wait. They told me Miata accepted contract. Get in there. Miata. Oh, that is amazing. That is amazing.
It's a Saturday showdown. Anyone fancy some hot laps around Interlagos? It's qualifying day here for the Sao Paulo Grand Prix.
Here we are, the sprint, like, we got Oscar Piastri winning the sprint, like, Charles Leclerc second place, Bortoletto in third place, and George Russell in sixth place. So obviously fantastic job from Piastri. Russell had to climb way back up from P14 up into P6. And the bottom six of the 2-1 exit exam only Yuki Tsunoda, Lando Norris, that's a big deal. Gabby Bortoletto, Lisa for sure, and Jack Crawford, Lando. Wow. And the bottom six in 2-2 is Taylor Bernard, Liam Norton, Carlos Sainz, once again got another 2-2 extra. Pierre Gasly, Colapito, and Arda Hadjar. But the plan is what we're gonna do. We're gonna use thick tyre. Which is the same tyre we're using 2-1, and then we use the 2-2 tyre and saving the 2-1 for the main event. I can have 2 spare tyre intake if we needed to. We might start on a medium, or we start on stop and finish late on hard. We'll see what happens. Now I'm gonna go ahead and top the line. What can we do? Hopefully the good time. P4. Oh, P5, sorry, P5. That's 82 shabby, that's 82 shabby. So here we go, our third one now. Let's see how we do. We don't want to be too close to the dirty air. Oh no.
I don't know what went on this session. It was all going on.
That's not it. So, Piastri leading the charge. P1 for this Australian driver, man himself, Piastri, with Ollie Behrman in second place and Alex Albon in third place. Let's see how the Brazil Grand Prix will go. And don't forget, the championship for Piastri is still on. He had to make sure he wins to be able to cut it out even more. But let's find out how it will go.
Formula One returns to Interlagos once again with the stage set for what promises to be another classic Sao Paulo Grand Prix. Sebastian Vettel famously clinched his third championship here in 2012, and just 4 years later, Max Verstappen treated us to one of the finest wet weather drives of all time. It's an unusual anti-clockwise race here at Interlagos, where the Sao Paulo locals are packed into the grandstands at each of the 15 corners around this classic 2.7-mile circuit. 2 very fast sections bookend the famous and highly technical Sector 2, where getting a good run out of Junsao into one of the 2 DRS zones will be key to any overtaking prospects today. Let's run you through the driver grid order for today's exciting race. Oscar Piastri lines up on pole position, and Ollie Behrman completes the front row. Looking at the rest of today's grid, we have Albon, Leclerc, Tim Tramnitz, Doohan, Russell, Aaron, Ocon, and Pepe Marti, Hadjar, Colapinto, Pierre Gasly, and Sainz, Lawson, Barnard, Jack Crawford, and Richard Verschoor. Bortoletto, Norris, Tsunoda, and Zane Maloney rounds off the grid. That's it then, it's time to go racing as we head down trackside for today's race. Well, it's been a long time since I last worked with you. Good to see you again today, Anthony Davidson. And let's talk momentum.
Alright, here we go.
Okay, give me a quick radio check, please. Radio check.
Radio check.
No, it's just to do. We might end up having safety car in the middle or the flat, and then it should be fine, I think. Right now, we're getting ready to go ahead and line up to the grid. Hopefully, we'll have a good start, and if I can finish in a good position and keep up the 1060 of having top 5 finish, I'll be very much happy about that for sure. Ooh.
Okay, incredible passing
Nice.
there. Nice one. That's going to give you the edge if you can get a good launch as the race starts. Okay,
Here we go.
the rest of the grid forming up now. Be patient and watch for those lights.
Now waiting for the 5 and red light, and it now underway for the Star Power Norm plan. Oh, the Piastri get off a fantastic start. Well done to Piastri. Berman and Alex Albert are now having a fight. There's someone behind who's drawn off a little bit, but it seems fine. We've got Short also behind who's slowing down. I wonder what happened there. And now Albon and Berman are still going that racing all the way down to the next corner, and it's Albon who's on the outside, Berman on the inside, who's ready to take the second place, and it seems like it is Ollie Berman who takes the second place from Alex Albon, with Charles Leclerc behind in P4 and George Russell in P5. George Russell obviously had a good start and that positive, especially with his championship. But as of the championship, Lando Norris, who we can see all the way down, the P19 at the horrific qualifying that he had, that 20 might have topped his championship, but the man is still going hard at the Piat. But what can he do for this weekend? And here's a replay of the race start with Short Russell, who had a pretty okay start, got ahead of D1 and ahead of Tran, made a bit of a contact there and a contact with Charles Leclerc, which explain why. We've seen him slowing down a little bit, which is the contact with Charles Leclerc, but seems like everything's fine, no damage whatsoever, and Ocon had just gone ahead and overtook Tim Tartman, and behind we have both Alpine, who is now having a fight, soft tyre, third medium, 2 on a different start, and team 1 to be on 2 stop and 1 to be on 1 stop. We'll find out of Tour, and Tour 4 it now have to try defense again, it's taking a Barnard, but Barnard managed to get the anyway, and we now got George Russell, who can see Jack Dillon coming straight down so hot and made the contact with George Russell, and that gave him a fun wind damage, and he's about to lose another play. The poor Albon, that is so unfortunate for Jack Dillon. He came in very fast and unfortunately made the contact. I think he might have mistakenly not control the pace he was going for. That is unfortunate for Jack Dillon. But now into lap 4 we've got Charles Leclerc and Alex Albon are having a fight, and Charles Leclerc is ahead right now, but that might say that Albon put himself just ahead. But of course Charles Leclerc is going to try to take the lead of the first place, basically, with George Russell behind, watching everything unfold, and Albon still managed to remain ahead of Charles Leclerc, and there's the live timing of Lando Norris, who just overtook the Liam Lawson side. Liam Lawson got beaten lot for a moment there, but Lando finally made the progress, but it's still too far back, 4 points finish, and now we've got Esteban Ocon, who's going to go ahead and overtake his teammate Jack Dillon, who, don't forget, has got a broken wing on the front, and I'm surprised he hasn't taken, but it's clear that his pace is starting falling down quite a bit, and now we're on board with Tim Tartman, who is now going to have to defend again. The eyes that had job, but had job just quite easily, and Tartman has dropped back into P10. But now heading into lap 6, Albon is now making a move on Ollie Berman down the inside, and Albon gets the lead, or Ollie Berman, he defended it side by side. It's going to be a very tight one, but it seems like Albon is going to get ahead, and he gets the DR, and Berman is going to struggle trying to hold the third place as Charles Leclerc coming around the outside. And he's still going to get it. No, he does not. He does not do anything about it, and the live timing back on the main street of the hat jar. It's fighting with Jack G1, and G1 still managed to defend himself ahead of the hat jar. Oh, this time we are closer. We might just get it. Might get double, hopefully. There we go, we got Charles Leclerc. Nice work, Russell. Nice work. Ow, what a double overtake from George Russell all the way down the inside. Big send on Behrman and Charles Leclerc. Absolutely phenomenal to see that happening. And George Russell is on third place, which is massive for the championship lead. And we now got the hat jar finally overtaken Jack D1, and now behind we've got Pepe Martin, who's just overtook Tim Tartman and take the P10, but we far forward going into lap 8. Russell is now getting more pressure from Charles Leclerc, as Charles Leclerc got ahead and made it move. I might see Ollie Behrman doing the same thing on the outside, but it does not get the Russell defended it and now tries to make sure he's so close to Charles Leclerc rather than Behrman being close to Russell. But Russell unfortunately may be under, and it seems like he's not anymore. I've got Pepe Martin who's just to go for the move on the inside of Jack Do, but he gets it done. Jack Do had there. Bit of a snap of overseer, and that goes to cost him a little bit of time, but that's what happened when you have a damaged front wing. He needs to come in and change it if he can, but now on board with Russell, who's heading into lap 12. Piastri, all stuck in ahead, is leading massively. The favour is into Piastri. He's looking to make it back to back for Mexico and Sao Paulo Grand Prix. But now Russell is going to chase down and it's all, but we caught up to him, which is brilliant. We know the pace is there for sure Russell to be able to take such a play, but can we take the win? It might not happen because Piastri is doing a fantastic job as we now going into lap 13, which is still the live timing. Sure, Russell now chasing after Albon once again, and Carlos side, Jack came in. And they tried to put a different tyre on, and Russell made a move on the outside, and it did just the fantastic job from short Russell. So Carlos side put in because he's doing a two-stop strategy. So it's going to be interesting to see how that's going to pay out for Carlos side. And now we've got short Russell, who just had a double overtake by Mercedes, but Russell managed to keep himself ahead, and he still does it. He gets himself back ahead of both Mercedes, but unfortunately Albon is going to get the slipstream and to try to get the move, but it seems like not going to work out because Charles Leclerc has gone ahead and took the move on the inside to get himself up into P. No, fantastic job from Charles Leclerc. And going into lap 15, Ollie Behrman is now making a move on Alex Albon. Behrman, who ended up struggling early on, started finding his footstep and try to challenge Alex Albon and try to take the P4 and potentially get it involved for the podium finish. He went up just for a moment there, but he's now going to try and make a move, and it seems like he is on the outside trying to get a move on Alex Albon. No, he does not. Albon defended, leading well and holding back Ollie Behrman. Now heading into lap 17, Piastri 7.7 seconds ahead of the car behind. Clearly going to do a fantastic job this weekend. Charles Leclerc is such a place with Russell, who decided to come in early, just a little bit early, get the different tyre on the medium. Just don't feel good anymore. We couldn't keep close to Charles Leclerc. We're still winning the other, but we want to get a better advantage, and that is putting the hard tyre, warming up to have the advantage over Charles Leclerc, basically one lap warmer tyre than Charles Leclerc, basically. And we can see more tyres coming in Gasly, UT, Lando, Norris, entertainment, but I'm just really tired of shocked to see Lando not really slaughter although the Sao Paulo, but it's quite surprising. He hadn't last year, he slaughtered last season, and he's still doing it this season. But now we've got more cars coming in, Albon in, Behrman in, we've got Aston Martin in, and pretty much everyone just started coming in and now this period now, and Albon to come out ahead of Behrman. Still not doing much of a jump on whatsoever, but not sure what it now doing is take the place ahead of Albon. At least we know the hard tyre doesn't feel horrendous. Sometimes when it's too cold, you end up slugging, but that seems not to be the case whatsoever. For sure, also we got Oscar Piastri, the race leader now, and even if the team made a mistake, he'll be fine. He's got a massive lead over everybody behind, so he's fine. And also what he's now doing, start making a move on track, they're going down the inside, almost should have caught in a howler there with Tim Turner to try to come in, but then Tim would pay attention to it mirror and knowing also what is coming. But now, moment of the truth, also coming out ahead of Charles Leclerc or not, and it seems like he is getting there also ahead of Charles Leclerc. We managed to jump ahead of Charles Leclerc, so we got the undercut worked out, which is brilliant. And Behrman is now ahead of Alex Albon. Torres side ahead of Paul Albon, but not gonna last long to Torres side. So that's coming again anyway. So who's substantially on for Torres side, and now we've got Gasly, who's fighting Liam Lawson, and it now moved up into P10. So that's pretty good live for Gasly, but just not exactly what Ferrari wanted compared to where Behrman is. He's doing a fantastic job, and speaking of fantastic job, Charles Leclerc is doing a fantastic work, keeping them together, respected, really hard, and that is what we're seeing right now. Charles Leclerc, 30 Russell, all the way to the end, potentially, with Piastri, who is confidently way ahead and not have to worry about it too much. Russell is now doing a move for the move on the outside. He gets this move, yes, he does. Fantastic work, and behind Albon and Behrman are having their own fight as well. Behrman on the inside, Albon on the outside, and Behrman, no, he does not. I thought we did a sneak on in, but he does not do that. And Albon is stayed ahead of Alex Albon this time around, but in lap 23, that might change. Behrman on the inside this time, until he gets the move done on Alex Albon, and yet he does. Behrman makes his low, but now heading into lap 24. Sure, Russell just be overtook by Charles Leclerc. There's going to be a lot of swapping between Russell and Charles Leclerc, and Esteban also just overtook Alex Albon. Carlos side just came in. But here's a replay all the way back to lap 23, where we're going to see the replay of Ocon overtaking Alex Albon. So they still properly, that is what happened. So fantastic job from Esteban Ocon. Russell face the left, on to the right. He gets the move around the outside. Fantastic job. Fantastic job from George Russell. The fighting between them both is going to be so intense, especially in Russell Charles Leclerc situation for his championship, because he wants to be able to beat Russell and get closer, and that needs to be the goal that Charles Leclerc needs to achieve. Charles on the outside said it gets the onshore Russell. No, it does not. Russell continue defending, leading while Behrman is now P4 and could be under threat by Esteban Ocon. We might see Ocon having the highest finish this season, which will be P4, and Lando Norris there he is in the point of P10. Not good enough.
Okay, we lost the position. Try to keep focus.
Charles Leclerc back ahead of George Russell. What can George Russell do? my goodness. You have to do a bit more damage on the front wing, unfortunately. Oh, wow. Wow, what a nation. Wow, what a nation. I was seeing between Lotto and Charles Leclerc, unfortunately, got with the front wing damage, unfortunately, but it shouldn't be that bad compared to what happened with D1. But now Charles Leclerc back ahead of Lotto. He really put in a very much of a hard defense, and Lotto still managed to get back though on to Charles Leclerc, and behind the Hadjar, who is fighting with Paul Albon as they're doing side by side, just like Lotto and Charles Leclerc, but this one is way more close down racing compared to Charles Leclerc and George Russell and Paul Albon at the head with Daphne, who now making a move on either Hadjar and is getting himself up. And here's a replay of what happened. As you can see, contact made between Russell and Charles Leclerc, but that didn't end there. So there was another one, which unfortunately caused a fan wing damage, really stuck in for George Russell's situation. But now in lap 13, Jacqueline is now going ahead and overtook Paul Albon for that P7.
Caution, caution. Gap to your teammate behind, 20.3 seconds. Okay, clear.
Nice, managed to stop, which is Jordan Charles Leclerc. Obviously gave him a little bit of a room there, which is much better than before, let's be honest. But that was a fantastic send from George Russell with what he done. Wow, what a move. And now Russell is still to the tire and keep up and defend against Charles Leclerc in lap 33. But Charles Leclerc is the main back ahead of George Russell. And I forgot to mention, UT Sonona had unfortunately the end of really unfortunate. But UT Sonona didn't really mean much. A team with outside points anyway. And Russell back ahead to Charles Leclerc and Lando have moved up into P9.
No need to worry about the tyre condition for now. Everything's looking good.
I mean, now it's still going hard, trying to find a way to be able to pull away from Charles Leclerc, but we all know that is going to be difficult considering the fact that we've got a fan wing damage. Not going to be that easy, but Russell still managed to find a way to get ahead despite having a bit more of that problem with the fan wing, and it still made it work, and that's good to see from George Russell and Lando Norris. It now is hard enough for either Hadjar. He needs to make a big recovery to put himself up and try to get close in the championship, which is very unlikely. We are way too far ahead. But now in lap 35, Charles Russell still finds it, and a lot of time we can see some overtake being made between Albon and Esteban Ocon. And it seems like Albon to get the Yeti dog and his teammate Charles Leclerc on the outside of George Russell, but he doesn't go for the move, and Albon is now in P5, solid, but now can he keep it or not? But it is clear to see that Mercedes have got so much better now, and having more reliable teammates for their two slots in charge, where Russell doesn't have that for Carlos side, and either so Peter just overtook Paul Albon for the P10, and now we're on board with Oscar Piastri. He was pretty much almost 12 seconds ahead of George Russell. Is now going to begin the final lap of the Sao Paulo Grand Prix, and he's now doing a fantastic job, and I'm pretty sure he is happy with the performance he's been doing the last two races, and Russell still under pressure by Charles Leclerc, and we can see Oliver Behrman might be getting himself involved if he can. It's the final lap. The tension is rising now. What is going to happen as we now heading into the other zone, and Charles Leclerc finds a way to make the pass on George Russell or not? It seems like that is not the case, and Behrman is now a lot closer this time. It's going to be 3 cars fighting for the second place. Charles Leclerc looked on the outside, doesn't seem to go for it. There is no space whatsoever anyway, and now Russell is charging it back because he knows that these lads are going to have the DR over in the final straight, and Russell needs to make sure he have plenty of battery to keep himself ahead on both of them. But what can he do with that one? Can he achieve it or not? And Piastri is going to top the line to win the Sao Paulo Grand Prix. This win, can Russell keep this second place? Charles Leclerc come in. Oh, we got it. Yes, please. Please, oh my god, that's so close.
The podium. Excellent drive.
Yes, oh my god.
Especially hard this
How close was that?
Gran is a fan-
That had to be at least thousand of a second.
Yeah, well done, everybody.
Ooh, 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 ooh.
And it's the checkered flag for your Grand Prix race winner, Oscar Piastri.
And that's 2 wins in a row now, of course, Crofty. And it marks the fact that it's not a fluke. So, you know, their head's in the right space. What more can we see going forwards?
It's time for our podium celebrations. And as ever in Formula One, 3 is the magic number. They give out trophies for the winners. Today, they're Oscars. Your winner today, Oscar Piastri.
Wow, what a racing. That was a very close racing between Russell and Charles Leclerc, only separated by 9 thousandths of a second. And Piastri, well done to him, winning the Grand Prix. And now Piastri is 45 points behind Charles Russell and Lando, losing more points than Russell. He is now 43. Are we seeing a whole different world of Piastri or not? We'll find out as we head into the next episode. So thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. Make videos do if I appreciate it. And peace out.